Soon, this is a celebration for the Mexican people.
And that thing about all over the world is true. We actually have multiple invaders from the US and everything, and including Smash Poppy. We've got, of course, Mango and Hungry Bucks, like I said, a couple of the gods who came up here. And I think this is going to be a pretty high caliber tournament. Also, we talked about this yesterday, Roy and I. We mentioned that, unfortunately, the current competitive landscape for Melee in Mexico is a little bit of a hermit situation, as there aren't that many tournaments. So Smash Factory is where everybody brings their A game. Right. This is their usually one shot to
what these competitors have to offer in this, which is the celebration again of the Mexican people.
We've got Koki here with the Sheik, already starting up the chain grabs. An interesting start on Yoshi's story. I usually see, I don't know, Battlefield would be more so the stage you go for. Both of them ended up falling. What a start to the match, dude.
Random playing games there, forcing them to make mistakes that don't tend to happen too much. Careful here, Sheik. Can be a devastating pressure when the chain grabs happen. You know that it will always try to keep you pinned, but it's all about execution. However, things are not looking pretty for the Fox. Things could change in matters of seconds. Both of these characters have insane combat capabilities. The only issue here is that the ledge is currently being very adequately held by Koki.
Yes, indeed. It's a very good control, and now I like this game plan. Just bring him to the edges. Of course, it depends on the percents. There's different phases to the game plan here for Sheik. Chain grabs are usually how you're going to start out, and that's exactly what Koki's going for. He has whiffed a couple of them, giving the anonymous player a couple of entryways into some percentage, but unfortunately never leads to too much until now, where he actually finds the read, and with the Shine Spike, he takes that second stock of Koki's. Interesting, because I kind of feel that Koki has been in the driver's seat for most of this match, but yet they're even on stocks.
Yeah, at least it feels that way, but you know, we always know that stocks fly from left to right every single time. You cannot blink, because you miss those flash stocks every single time you're off stage. You risk getting stuck outside, and of course the dominance that Koki has been showing so far is paying off in this tech chase, which really Sheik will always thrive from.
For sure, especially at early percents. This is how it all racks up, and I like the tech chases from Koki. Look at that.
Insane.
He has been pretty much 100% successful on this particular attempt, and look at that fantastic reaction timing. Anonymous player does not really have much going for him, and okay, finally we get the shine to take him out of here. So yeah, frame one options, that's going to help you out. But there you go, the Fear is going to finish out our first game between Koki and anonymous player, because we still don't have a name for them.
Player X, let's say it's Player X. It's Factor X. Let's call him Player X for now. But yes, even though the game started with a little bit of spaghetti here and there, both competitors struggling to set their foot in. It was still an amazing display of skill by the end. They seem to have woken up already, so we are seeing their best being performed here. Now, another opportunity. You get the spike. Still, the edge guard will continue though, but the first stock is taken just like that. A very easy mistake to happen when you are getting a little angsty by the ledge. Still, the stocks get taken back to back.
Now the thing is, man, like I told you before, it kind of felt as if Koki was in the driver's seat for most of it. However, that was game one, so Player X might just have the chance to bring this one back, as he is running up the percent. He already, he expects the same game plan from Koki, right? Go for those tech chases at the very beginning of it. Oh my lord, the needles actually might turn things around for Koki. He does start out another chain grab tech chase situation. Dude, those needles coming in so clutch. I like the mix-up from Player X, so sometimes just laying there is a pretty solid strat. My cousins did that when we played as children, and you know what? It's legitimate.
Just don't press anything. Just wait for your opponent to get something started. Yeah, because you know Koki was ready to get something started. I mean, he has been extremely successful with those chain grabs before, and he hasn't dropped any of them really, unless of course anonymous player manages to escape. Then great recovery there, taking advantage of Randall's spin cycle. Now careful here, because the needles are gonna be a threat here, and the back air will take that third stock.
Yes, indeed. We've got now a pretty good driver's seat situation for Koki once more, and of course, this is how it starts. Ooh, but now we've got some good reactions from Anonymous, and I like the adaptation. Unfortunately, it's not yielding too many results in terms of the remaining stocks for each player, but you do kind of feel that the exchanges are becoming a lot more, how do you say, not uneven, but we do see, the percent racking up. The problem is that the remaining stocks for each player, but you do kind of feel that the exchanges are becoming a lot more, how do you say, not uneven, but we do see, you know, the percent racking up. The problem is that the finishing blow has not landed yet on Koki, so Anonymous is now going to have to eat a lot more percent on the tech chase, and the down smash is not going to hit. Actually, a victory for the forwarder from the Fox. But everything else, I mean, you can see how things go south real fast. Yeah,
it boils down to these kinds of interactions where Anonymous player is trying to escape and Koki is ready to punish. Careful here, another opportunity for the edgeguard. Randall showing a little bit of support, but it don't matter. Fox always trying to go for the aggressive options. He gets punished because of that, though, so that means that Fox really needs to get something started here. Those shines have been absolutely crazy to stop Koki in his aggressive approaches. He's just backing him off against the corner, so whenever he's stuck to Fox he is very quick to get those shines in perfect place to avoid them.
No time for Anonymous left, however. He is in his last stock, and Koki, okay, he does give up some space. There is a final interaction with that final up smash, and that is how Koki is going to lose his third stock, and Anonymous still has a good chance. Timer is running. Of course, we're probably not going to see any patient play for a good minute. I think that Anonymous needs to rush in, and Koki knows, so he's simply throwing out those preemptive hitboxes, what I like to call preemptive. And look at that shine spike. This might be it. Tournament winner, not quite gonna end it.
Not quite. Still has a great opportunity, though. He's holding that center stage very oppressively and rushing Koki down, trying to go for the up smash. Unfortunately, not connecting. Good opportunity here for the Fox to get another back air. He does, but it's not enough to get the stock just yet. A chase, a tech opportunity. Careful here by the ledge. You know that Fox will struggle, but once again, those shines making sure to get off that cheek, and just like that, managing to reverse the situation in his favor. Anonymous player doing a phenomenal display of adaptation. He has something to prove still.
You know, for an Anonymous player, he's making a name for himself.
Yes.
But I mean, I like the gameplay. I like the adaptation. Like I said before, as time went on, it seemed as if Koki was losing more and more control. True. And, you know, it kind of culminates in this. A couple of interactions in which you don't get the take chases that you got in the first game. Then Anonymous takes advantage of that to start rushing you down. The rest is history, and we are now in FOD. And of course, I don't know if this is going to be an inherent benefit for the Fox player, but it seems that Koki is not quite as used to it. Look at that, it's his own selection, and yet it's not going, you know, as well as the first game in Yoshi's.
That's true. Now watch out, because those platforms will keep on moving, and you know that it could bring interesting scenarios for both of these competitors. The only issue here is that Fox is doing phenomenally at trying to mitigate the aggression. Of course, the needles will try to put him in a very dire situation. The illusion trying to get back into the stage, and just like that, almost taking him out of the stage. The blast zone was very close to it, and of course the shield game being amazing for him to just survive for just a little bit longer.
And it seems that, you know, that seems to relax. Like, ooh, okay, talking about the blast zones on FOD, yeah, you do survive a little bit longer than in Yoshi's, but seems like it's going to work against, oh, it's Toky. We finally get the tag. There you go. Not anymore the Anonymous player. It's
Toky. That's kind of cute.
Toky and Koki. Yeah, you're right. We were actually kind of confused before the stream started because production told us about this player, but we kind of misheard it. And now it turns out that both of them are really similar in tag, so he could have referred to either. And now, however, we do need to refer us to what Toky is doing here because the edge guard. Oh no, that's a heartbreaker. Not quite over, but still, it was a pretty big scare over here.
Yeah, great job from Toky to extend the hitbox there from the for the Firefox to make sure to go over the ledge, not trusting that Koki was going to let go of it. Careful here, another opportunity. The get up attack gets crafted once again, and again the savior is that frame, that shine there, who's able to break so many combos, though the up smash barely taking Toki second stock out. And I don't know, Koki's Sheik looks incredible right now, still sitting over 150 on his first stock still.
And it seems, too, that Koki, look at how far he's willing to go. He's like, okay, this stock is pretty much done for us, so let's just go for it. We have some extra resources that we can burn, and now we get the great reward for that. I mean, I love the recognition that Koki went for, and he might just go for another one. Look at that. He's going to try and keep Toky at bay. Not quite able to stop him because of the Firefox, but still going to be a complicated way in. Toky cannot touch center stage.
Very unfortunate situation for the Fox here. Toky trying his best to mitigate the aggression that Koki is now exerting on the Fox, even getting rid of stocks. He knows that that recovery is going to be impossible, and just like that, it is Koki with the Sheik who manages to get with a win in his favor after a very interesting match. First, we didn't know who Toky was. He was an anonymous player.
But he made a name for himself.
He did, and that was a very fun match as well. We enjoyed his adaptation with Fox, but once Koki turned up the aggression, the dial for how much pressure he can set up with Sheik, it was basically a game.
Pretty much so. And Toky, I mean, props to him. I love the adaptation.
Yeah.
The change in stage. At first, it seemed to be going much better than the